Good morning, students. In previous lecture, we studied about the features which were taken by our nationalist movement into our constitution. But our constitution's many features were also borrowed from the different constitutions of the world also. So we will study them in today's lecture. Provisions adopted from constitutions of different countries. Firstly, we will study the features taken by British Constitution. First is first past the post. But before I'll tell you, some philosopher says British Constitution is a mother of Indian Constitution because too many features Indian Constituent Assembly adopted from the British Constitution because more than 200 years Britishers ruled over us. Naturally, few features were adopted by Indians and few features were inherited by Indians, and those features were in the habit of Indians. That's why we have taken many features from British Constitution. In this series, first feature is first past the post, means this is a electoral system, means in a FPTP system, member of the electorate cast their vote for the candidate of their choice, and the candidate who receives the most votes wins, even if they do not receive a majority of vote. In a simple way, we can say the candidate who wins the most votes in each constituency is elected. Second feature which is taken from British Constitution is the idea of the rule of law, means the authority and influence of law in a society, or we can say that no person or government is above the law, or if we do it simplify that no government or its officials can enforce law that are unfair or unjust for people, means supremacy of law. And next provision is parliamentary form of government. A parliamentary system or parliamentary democracy is a system of democratic governance of a state where the executive derives its democratic legitimacy from its ability to command the confidence of the legislature. Typically, a parliament and is also held accountable to that parliament. Parliamentary system uh, is also called responsible government. Simply we can say India has a parliamentary form of government. The president is the head of the state and prime minister is the head of the government. Parliament, Indian parliament is bicameral in nature. It consists of president and two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. One more feature of parliamentary government, a system of government having the real executive power vested in a cabinet consisting of members of the legislature who are individually and collectively responsible to the legislature. Next provision, institution of the speaker and his/her role. Speaker is a member of Lok Sabha. With common concern, he/she is elected as speaker, any of member of Lok Sabha. The role of the speaker is very important as speaker is the presiding officer of the legislative assembly. Such must act with both authority and impartially. He maintains discipline and decorum in the house and can punish a member for unrestrictly behavior by suspending them. And as you are looking on the screen, this is a picture of Om Birla. Om Birla is our current Speaker of Lok Sabha. Next feature, law making procedure, means law making is the process of crafting legislation. This form of law making is also applied in India. It is a process which works in India on the basis of the Constitution of India. Law-making procedure means how a bill becomes a law. Different country follows different methods for this process, but our country India is a following method which is adopted by British Parliament. So we can say law-making process is done in India according to Indian Constitution. Next provision is taken from Irish Constitution, Directive Principles of State Policy. You are quite familiar with the line. It means few guidelines or principles given to the Federal Institute governing the state of India to be kept in citation while framing laws and policies. In a simple way, we can say directive principles of state policy are guidelines which should be followed by government while making law for people. Today we have studied many features of Indian Constitution which are taken from another country's constitution. I hope all these points are clear to you. And we will follow this series and many other countries' concepts we will also study in our next lecture. Thank you and have a nice day.